Well, it's my middle name now, so it's technically Megan Fraser McGrogan.
Okay. But you know what the Hollywood celebrities do is they just you couldn't change like Julia Roberts when she gets married remains Julia Roberts because that's the brand. I believe Megan Fraser was the brand, right?
That's your screen name.
Yeah. Maybe the beer brand.
It was the beer brand.
Now we're to the chamber brand.
So you guys are looking right now for nominations for Business of the Year. And explain first of all, it's an easy process to nominate somebody.
It's very easy. So all you have to do is go on to greateruticachamber.org. There's a really simple form to fill out. It's not like a comprehensive form yet. We get into the vetting process in September. What we're looking for now is for people to just go out and fill out the form. If you could think of somebody that is really a star business in the area, what we're looking for is staying power, commitment to the Mohawk Valley region, and also that they're a good chamber member. So they have to be a chamber member. Our board of directors businesses cannot be nominated.
Okay.
And if anybody has won in the past 5 years, they can't be nominated. But anybody before that is fair game.
I think Town Square was like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, and there's a list of all those on the website too.
Okay, so could it be like a small business?
Yes. Yep. So we have.
Do you have to be a job producer? What do you?
Different categories.
There's 4 categories. Yep.
Okay.
So there's nonprofit for under 50 employees, nonprofit for over, and then for-profit under 50 and for-profit over 50. And if you have any questions about that and you're thinking of somebody, just call the office and we can help you put them into the right category.
Well, even if you got it into the wrong category, you guys would figure that out.
We would figure
be like,
it out.
We're gonna have to move you over, and they would still be nominated, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All we really need is just a name and a contact at the company and your name, and we're good to go. So it's a very simple process. We're hoping to get a lot of nominations. We had quite a few last year. And the event is December 14th at Twin Ponds. We do a really cool award show. We do videos to kind of unveil the winners at that luncheon.
So how is the chamber going to spin the fact that Pacenti, Griffo, and Brindisi have made up this whole thing to stay in office, and the Nano isn't coming? How are you guys going to spin that?
I don't think we're going to spin it. Hopefully it's just going to happen.
Yeah, it's just going to happen.
It'd be great if it just happened, and then we don't have to worry about it.
I mean, don't you feel? Listen, we've had conversations about this, and you work with the Mats, who are big on supporting local, and boy, we are our own worst enemy. We sometimes don't like to support ourselves, and we eat each other. We eat our own. So what doesn't it feel like this is different? We've really never seen any money like this invested in my memory.
I think it's absolutely different. I mean, I think we all just have to believe that it's going to happen. I don't think that, there are steps that are moving forward. And if you haven't driven up there and really seen what's going on, I mean, a lot of people made comments they haven't even gone up there to see the progress.
That's a wonderful little trick to do. Let me tell you, when somebody's telling you it doesn't happen, all you have to say is, well, when was the last time you were up there? Almost every time the answer to the question is never.
Exactly.
Well, I know. There's just dirt being moved around there. They're moving it from one side over to the other. And then, hey, let's move it back. Let's keep everybody working.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's been some hiccups, but, the reality is it is hopefully happening.
Yeah.
And, I think we just have to believe that it's going to happen. And like you said, you can't remember the last time that something actually was moving forward. And it appears to be moving forward.
Yeah.
And I do feel like that we get the answer from Mrs. McGrogan from the chamber. But if we asked Miss Fraser with beer in her hand, that you're downtown, you see it. There's a lot of stuff going on downtown.
Oh, there's so much going on. I mean, even look at my favorite thing so far right now is the film series at Franklin Square. I mean, how cool is that? Who would ever think in that alleyway we would be showing movies with Made in Utica and the Bike Guys? I mean, that's just so neat. And there's just a lot of energy down there. I mean, we see it in our building that we're in. People are in and out all day long, and there's just people walking around. Even at night, I've seen people walking around from place to place. And
well, that's Pokemon Go.
Well,
sorry. That's the only reason anyone's out is
maybe.
Pokemon Go.
But
what are all those kids hanging out of the library for? Pokemon Go. They're not reading. God forbid. Yeah, so it is different. But, at the end of the day, it's got to be the jobs that end up. So
Exactly.
we are building this. People are getting involved, and little businesses are popping up, and they're successful.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's those big jobs, those careers that really have to support all this.
It is. And, when you're thinking about nominating for people for the Business of the Year awards, like, those are things to consider. Like, let us tell these people's stories. Let us get their word out there for what people are doing. And that's what these awards are meant to do. They're meant to have, we'll end up with 12 finalists. We tell all of their stories to the best of our abilities at that luncheon. And then we really highlight the winner. So, I mean, when you're thinking about, geez, who should we nominate? Think of those little untold stories of things going on and jobs being created. And, like I said, we have all the different categories, but even some of these solopreneurs are doing a lot of really neat stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. You start finding out about these little businesses that we know because they're members of the chamber, but the greater public doesn't know about them, and we get negative about things. But really, when you start highlighting all the things people are doing, it's unbelievable, and I think we have a good energy.
I also think we should somehow be able to, and this would be good for you because you like a member pays dues, so the more members, the better. But what about all those little businesses over in East Utica and these places that they don't speak English or just barely speak English, and they're probably not members of the chamber, and they're kind of building. I took a drive through. Well, we had to go to a funeral, which was sad, but I drove through Cornhill, and I couldn't believe this is the first time I really can say that I drove through Cornhill, and it looks better than I remember. Normally you drive through an area and we say, boy, this has gotten really bad. But Cornhill looks better than it used to. It's improving over there, and that's a big immigration thing. It's the Bosnians.
It is.
But those businesses, I think, aren't connected yet, or maybe they are. Maybe I don't know.
We do have a couple. We just did a ribbon cutting for the Pretty Garden Boutique, and it's in Cornhill. I can't remember the exact street that it's on, but we just did one over there a couple weeks ago. So, we are trying to get into that community a little bit, and it is important for them to be members because we need to get everybody down, going to these businesses, and especially the restaurants, too. I mean, that whole kind of Bleecker Street area. I mean, there's so many good restaurants over there. So, I'd be lying if I said we were making a huge effort to do that. We need to make a better effort to do it. But I think the Pretty Garden Boutique was a good kind of foot in the door to that community. We saw a lot of people show up there. So
maybe they need there needs to be a Bosnian division of the chamber, and it's a subdivision that reports back to the chamber.
Some people do that.
Or a Guatemalan or whatever the house over there. But there's a lot of great food, and your waiters and waitresses don't speak English.
Definitely.
And that's kind of cool. So I know I'm getting off track.
A lot of chambers do have divisions like that, though.
Yeah.
So it's something to consider for the future.
Okay, so for this, though, it's Business of the Year, and you can nominate anybody. What do you do? Go to the website?
Yep, right on the website. It's greateruticachamber.org. We also have it on our Facebook page, and you just have to get that form in by September 1st, and then we'll take care of the rest. So, again, it's really quick and simple. So please think of some good people. There's no cap on how many businesses one person can nominate. So please nominate away. And, the comprehensive form when we do the vetting teaches us more, too. So there's just little snippets that we love getting back. So the more nominations, the better.
Now, is it possible that somebody nominates a business that isn't a member, and that would allow you to be able to go out and say, hey, you should become a member?
Yeah, they would have to become a member, during the process to be eligible. They'd have to be a member. So, we certainly, it is a good idea to do it anyway, because that just gives us an opportunity to reach out. So.
And this probably is, with all the promise, with all the hopes that we all have right now, this is probably one of the most important times in recent memory for the chamber. This is a big, important time for you guys.
It is. It definitely is.
All right. Yeah. All right, Megan McGrogan. I have to read that now. Executive Director, Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. And again, the website, go there and make your make your submission for Business of the Year. All right. Yep. Deadline is what?
September 1st.
Okay. Got to move fast.